Hey everybody, Cinemastic this here, back from vacation to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched over the past week. There's a ton to get through, so let's get right down to it. The first thing I'll show you are the 3 soundtracks I picked up. First one I grabbed was a soundtrack to Titanic. Probably not very good, maybe 1 or 2 decent songs on here, but you know, just trying to get all the soundtracks to all the movies I own, so I had to get that. And I got the soundtrack to Passion of the Christ, which I'm sure is horrible, but I do like the movie, I own the movie, so had to get it. And then the soundtrack to Beauty and the Beast, which is a fantastic soundtrack. I love Disney soundtracks, especially from this time period, so had to grab that. So that's it for all the soundtracks I got, so now onto the VHS. First thing I picked up was Prince, Signs o' the Times. I do like Prince. I actually like his music. I mean, I'm not some huge Prince fan. I don't own all his albums or anything like that. In fact, I don't think I own any of his albums at all, but you know, when his music comes on the radio and stuff, I rock out to it. I do like his music, so 50 cents, definitely had to grab that. Then this is awesome, and it's weird that I found this because I was actually just thinking about this cartoon series like a week ago, and then I came across this, and that is Back to the Future, A Friend Indeed, and The Money Tree. This is from the animated series of Back to the Future. I used to watch this as a kid all the time, love it. Like I said, great that I came across this because I was just thinking about this series. I think somebody on another video talked about it, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, wow, you know, I really like to come across some of those VHS tapes someday, and sure enough, came across one. Haven't watched this yet, but I can now sit down and watch it. And this is awesome. This is Class Act with Kid and Play. Now, this is only available on either VHS or DVD-R, and since I absolutely hate DVD-R and I'm completely against it, definitely glad to have this on VHS. I think it's really the only way to own it. It's pretty much in mint condition. You can see there's some plastic here, so it's like I guess the plastic was still on, it's just started to come off. So very cool to find this. Again, it's pretty much a mint condition order. And yeah, I mean, this is a great cheeseball movie with Kid and Play. So happy to find that. Then I got Clean Slate here with Dana Carvey. This is brand new, completely unopened. Very cool. I'm very happy to have this. I've not seen this yet, but I've heard great things. Looking forward to checking that out. Then I got some Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventures in Harmony. This is Volume 4. I think all I need now is Volume 2, and then I have them all. So just episodes from the Little Mermaid animated series. Pretty decent series. I'm a big Disney fan. Had to grab that. Then I grabbed Princess Collection, Wish Upon a Star, Ariel's Songs and Stories. These are just more episodes from Ariel's Undersea Adventures, just in a different series they released. So very cool. Again, I'm a huge Disney fan. Decent cartoon. Glad to have that. Then for some National Geographic. First thing I grabbed was National Geographic Video, Egypt, Quest for Eternity. Big fan of National Geographic. Love them. They are great documentaries. Had to grab that. And then I also grabbed National Geographic, Realm of the Alligator. You know, it sounds awesome to me. Again, I'm just a huge National Geographic fan. Definitely had to pick that up. Then this was a great find here. Pre-Hysteria 3. There's 3 of these movies. This is the 3rd one, obviously. They were never released on DVD, only on VHS, so to come across one, very cool. The other day I did come across the first movie, Pre-Hysteria. However, when I checked the VHS tape, it was another tape, unfortunately, so I didn't get it. But definitely looking forward to getting 1 and 2. I have not seen any of them, but you know, I remember hearing about them when I was a kid, so definitely looking forward to checking them out eventually. But I'm not going to watch this until I get the 1st and 2nd one. But Pre-Hysteria 3, very cool. Then I got Candle Shoe featuring, why am I drawing blank? Oh, Jodie Foster. See her right there. Very young Jodie Foster. So I had to grab this. I knew nothing about it. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it, but it is Walt Disney, and that's all the more reason I need. I pretty much grab anything Walt Disney. These movies are usually fantastic. Definitely had to pick that up. And this is cool here. This is, if you can see it, yeah, you can. This is Bloody Birthday. I've heard great things about this. I've heard it's, you know, pretty cheesy, but a fun watch. Only downfall is you can see the cover here, like they cut it out so they could put it in one of these plastic cases. You know, I hate that they did that. The case is, I mean, it's completely falling apart. You open it up, the whole thing just unravels. The case is just trashed, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? They did just re-release this on DVD, so I definitely want to get it on DVD eventually, but for now, just figured I'd grab it on VHS, just have a copy, finally watch it. Looking forward to checking that out. Then, as you all know, I'm trying to get all the Walt Disney Masterpiece collections on VHS, so definitely had to get Pete's Dragon. I think I only need 1 or 2 more the Masterpiece Collection VHS tapes, and then I have them all. So very cool. You know, just one more down again. Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection right there. Very cool. Then everything else, you know, the Pete's Dragon and everything else now is just stuff I picked up for collecting purposes. You know, titles I already own on either DVD or Blu-ray, but wanted to get them on VHS because they have cool artwork and stuff. First thing I grabbed was American Ninja 3 Blood Hunt. Definitely had to grab this. I mean, the fact that it just says Canon Video right there at the bottom, that's enough for me. And plus, I mean, the artwork's really cool looking. So definitely had to pick this up, again, just for collecting purposes, just, you know, because I want to have this on VHS. I do have it on DVD, but just, you know, the artwork's awesome. Just had to grab that. Then this is great artwork here. Ghostbusters. It's just plain simple, you know, just the logo simply stating Ghostbusters and who's in it. It's great. I mean, I wish they would make more cover art like this. The cover art nowadays, you know, it's all fancy. You know, they try to make it all big and neat looking. They don't need that. If the Blu-ray or DVD just had, you know, just black cover with the no ghost sign, just Ghostbusters, that'd be totally awesome. That's all we need. So I had to grab this. Very cool. I love this this artwork. Then American Werewolf in London. More great, simple, right down to the point, you know, straight to the point artwork. I think it looks great. It's fantastic. Just again grabbing that for the artwork. Then this I had to get because this is from my childhood. I actually want to get all three of these movies on VHS because I pretty much wore these three movies out when I was a kid. I had these all on VHS and they were trash just because I watched them every single day. So I grabbed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, great artwork, really simple, pretty cool. The turtles are actually, I have it in a case right now, but the turtles are actually raised up a bit. Very cool. You know, I love the fact that it's got the Family Home Entertainment logo there. It's just awesome. I'm definitely going to watch this ASAP on VHS because, you know, I do have it on Blu-ray and it looked great on Blu-ray, but what I really want to see is the opening, just what they put in the opening of the movie, like the coming, not necessarily the coming attractions, but like the little ads they do. Because I think there's this ad. I can't remember who the ad was for, but it's about a kid playing baseball. And there's a song, like they're singing the song about this kid playing baseball, and apparently the kid like catches a he's like in the outfield and he catches a ball. I don't remember what that ad is for. If you guys know, let me know. In fact, if you guys know, I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. If you guys know what it is and can find a YouTube link to it, send it to me because I definitely want to see it. I haven't seen it in years. I'm hoping it's on here. I remember it used to be on a whole bunch of VHS tapes I used to own when I was a kid. I'm thinking TMNT, definitely one of the ones that was on there. I'm really hoping. If not, that's going to be a bummer. But if you guys know what that is, like I said, send it to me. So had to grab this just for the cool artwork. Then again, for more cool artwork, Santa Claus, the movie. One of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. You know, cool media release here. Again, that artwork is fantastic. Had to grab it just the artwork alone, and you know, just to have a cool copy on VHS. I do own this on Blu-ray, but you know, it's VHS. You just gotta have a VHS copy. The last three things I grabbed here on VHS were Star Trek. This is 5, The Final Frontier. 4, The Voyage Home. And 3, The Search of Spock. The reason I got these is because they make, you know, the cool Enterprise there on the side. So definitely want to get all of these eventually. You know, I still got a ways to go, but looking forward to getting all those so I can display them with the cool picture on the side. So just wanted to get these again, just for collecting purposes. Great movies, but I already got them on DVD. Just getting them for the cool picture on the side. So that's it for the VHS grabs. Now onto the DVDs. So the first stuff I'll talk about here is from this really cool pawn shop that I went into. It's the last pawn shop I show on my my shopping video that I posted. We were looking for a Salvation Army, the wife and I. We're driving around, you know, we have our GPS, it keeps telling us to go to this one location, and there's nothing there. So this Salvation Army apparently doesn't exist anymore, or we have a bad address or something. We never found it. But on the way there, we passed this pawn shop called Pawn Stars, and I thought that was pretty funny since, you know, it's like the TV show. And you know, I saw a pawn shop. I figured, yeah, let's just go check it out, see what's inside it. Definitely worth it. Which just goes to show, you should stop everywhere that sells movies. I don't care if it's a pawn shop, a thrift store. I don't care if it's a Kmart, Marshalls. You know, any little store. If you think they have 2 DVDs, you should go in there because you never know what you're gonna find. And this store was fantastic. I walk in. There's a little tiny shelf of some video games. In the back, there's like 2 tall shelves. and they have some electronics and some like tools on it, and then that's it for the whole pawn shop, except for this one entire giant wall full of movies. They had movies, just racks and racks and racks of movies on this wall. I mean, there was just thousands of movies, and I really wanted to take video of it, like I was doing in all the thrift stores I went into. But the lady asked me kindly not to shoot inside there, so I had to respect her wishes. So I didn't get any video of it, which was a shame because I really wanted to show how cool this place was and how many DVDs they had and what DVDs they had, because that was another thing. This store had some of the most the most amazing collection. Somebody who must have had a really, really good collection must have gave it to the pawn shop, because there were some great horror titles in there. Unfortunately, whoever owned them must not have taken very good care of them, because a lot of them were scratched. Unfortunately, that's the only downfall. But there were some really good stuff in there. I definitely grabbed some great stuff that wasn't scratched, and here they are. First thing I picked up, not a horror title, but grabbed The King and I. Simply getting this replaced my VHS copy. I've yet to watch this yet, but I'm really looking forward to checking it out. So now they got on DVD, I'll definitely have to watch it. Then another non-horror title, and that is The Apple Dumpling Gang and The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. Definitely had to grab this. Love Disney, love Don Knotts. This is just something I definitely had to grab. And again, these were all $2 each, so $1 each for both of these. Great. Then all the horror stuff I got. First thing I grabbed was Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. I had never heard of this until I picked this up the other day. And, I just saw it. I thought, wow, this looks really cheesy. I got to get this, especially for only $2. Got to get it. Looked up reviews. Got great reviews. So apparently this is going to be it's pretty cheesy from what I read. But apparently it's really just a fun watch. So certainly looking forward to watching that. Then, and this is the last thing I got from there. And this was awesome. This was Burning Revenge. Now, this is a export or import, I should say, from Germany. Only available in Germany. You can't get it anywhere else. It's apparently in German. I don't know, but they do. It is in also in English as well. So I guess it's dubbed as well. So I'll definitely have to check out probably the dub version, because I hate reading. But definitely had to grab this. I hadn't heard a lot about this. I've heard a little bit about it in some documentaries and just in some other YouTube videos and things like that, where people are just talking about like slash movies. I had heard this mentioned, so when I came across this, I mean, it's in perfect condition. The special edition, again, from Germany, awesome. It's Region 0, so I can watch it on my player, which is awesome. So I definitely had to grab this for $2. It's out of print now also, so I mean, I was just so happy to find this. And there actually was one more title I picked up. I almost forgot to mention this. It is a Troma Triple B header. It comes with Blades, Bloodhook, and Zombie Island Massacre. I love Troma. They're so cheesy. They're so bad, but they're so great. From what I'm told, Zombie Island Massacre is pretty bad. It's not a very good movie at all. But apparently Blades is decent. But the one to really watch, from what I've read, is Bloodhook. I hear apparently that's pretty cheesy, but a lot of fun. So definitely looking forward to watching these. For $2, I had to pick up this cool triple feature set here of Troma videos. Definitely had to grab that. So that's it for that pawn shop. Next place I went was, it was it used to be a bookstore. The bookstore went out of business. It's some weird, I don't even know what they are. There were still some books in there, but then there were some toys. But they also had 2 full rows of brand new DVDs. So they had some interesting titles, some good stuff. But the only stuff I didn't have, I grabbed. First thing I grabbed was Creepshow 3. I'm sure this is a horrible movie. I love Creepshow. Creepshow 2, I'm a huge fan of. I actually like Creepshow 2 better than Creepshow. A lot of people will disagree with me on that, but I'm just a big Creepshow fan. I love Creepshow 2 fan. I love that blob lake monster, and I love the Thanks for the Ride Hitchhiker. Oh, there's just such great stories. The other one with the Wooden Indian, that's okay, but the other 2 are just fantastic. So anyway, as I completed this, I just had to grab the third one. Great thing about this is I came across this maybe 2 years ago in this used movie store for $5, and I didn't get it. And for the past 2 years, I kicked myself because I've never come across this used. I've never even seen this new. The only place I've ever seen this for sale is online. and it's been, you know, a lot more than I wanted to pay for it. So I've just always kicked myself that I never didn't pick it up 2 years ago. So when I came across this, I just, you know, I was very happy. Definitely wanted to grab this. It was only $5, so again, I'm sure it's not good, but for the completest reasons, I had to grab it. Then this is awesome. Fat Albert's Christmas special. I'm pretty sure I have all the Fat Albert holiday specials now. I have Easter, Halloween, and now Christmas. I think that's all of them. So definitely glad to have this. I love Fat Albert. I'm really hoping this is better than the Easter special, because the Easter special was just completely pointless. It really had nothing to do with Easter at all. So hopefully this is better. I'm sure it will be. I love Christmas specials. Definitely can't wait to watch it at Christmas. And the last thing I grabbed from that store was The Old Man and the Sea. Simply getting this replaced my VHS copy. This was another title that I saw a few years ago. They used to have this at Walmart in their $5 dump-in. And I didn't grab it for whatever reason, and I kicked myself for that too. Found it like a few weeks later on VHS, grabbed it. But I was just, you know, kind of mad at myself for not getting it when Walmart had it. So, you know, came across it for $5, excited, had to grab it. So that was it for that store. But then I ran over to, there's a bookstore called Atlantic Books, and they sell DVDs. They're usually nothing too great, just a little like rack of DVDs. However, this location was going out of business, so all their stuff was 50% off. So I got these for super cheap. First thing I grabbed was A Streetcar Named Desire. Simply getting this to replace my VHS copy. I've also not watched this yet. Just never got around to watching my VHS copy. So now I got on DVD. Definitely gonna check it out. I've heard great things. And then I also grabbed Rollerball. I've come across this movie a lot, used and even new at stores for pretty cheap. And I've just always passed it up. I just never knew if I really wanted to get it. There's always stuff I wanted to get more. So when I came across this for like really cheap, you know, half price from already a really cheap price, I think I only paid like $2 for this, or like $3, something like that. I had to grab it. You know, even though I've passed it up for many years, it's still a movie I've wanted to see. It just looks pretty cheesy, pretty fun. So definitely had to grab it. So that was it for all like the non-chain stores that I went to. But I also went to Target. We actually drove there on Tuesday. We got up really early at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Drove 45 minutes to the closest Target, because unfortunately the closest Target is, again, 45 minutes away from my house down at the beach in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. The closest Target is in Dover, which, like I said, is 45 minutes away. So made the wife get up really early. Drove there just so I could get this title, and that is Bambi 2 on Blu-ray. You know, I had the coupon for it, so definitely wanted to go pick it up. It's actually a fairly decent sequel as far as Disney sequels go, because Disney sequels tend to not be so great, but Disney stepped up recently. They went through a little slump where they just were putting really bad sequels out. But, you know, over the past few years, they've stepped up their game and started to put out, you know, at least somewhat decent sequels, and this one's okay. So, you know, I had the coupon, figured definitely had to grab it. And while I was there, also came across these 2 seasons, which complete my entire collection, and that is Scrubs, the complete 5th season, and Scrubs, the complete 7th season. So definitely got to have these. I now have all, 9 seasons, I think it is, of Scrubs now. I've been actually, this plays on TV, like on syndication all the time, and the wife always watches it, and I always leave the room when she watches it, because I really wanted to wait till I got all the seasons of this so I could sit down, have a Scrubs marathon, you know, start from the first episode all the way to the last episode, because definitely in some of the later seasons I haven't seen those. So I definitely want to, you know, just sit down, have a great marathon. Now that I got all the seasons, I can do that. $9.99 each at Target this week. It was a great deal. So that was it for all the stores, for all the stuff I got from stores down at the beach. Definitely a great haul, a lot of great thrift stores I went into. You know, just definitely a lot of great stuff I picked up. But when I came home, had some presents waiting for me. First thing was Rosemary's Baby on DVD. This I got from a friend of mine. Last week we actually had I was at a class reunion meeting. And the one girl there, we just started talking, and I started talking about, you know, my movie collection and how I collect movies and watch movies and love movies. And she goes, you know, I have a decent collection at home that I'm trying to get rid of because she's moving. And she sent me a list, and it wasn't actually that big of a collection. It was maybe like 40 titles or something, which I guess for most people is a pretty big collection. But sent me a list. I had everything in it, except the only thing I didn't have was Rosemary's Baby. I had this on VHS, so I figured, you know, I'll get it. Thinking she's going to charge me maybe like $1, $2, you know, nothing, nothing crazy. And she goes, "Oh, you want it? It's yours." So she sent it to me completely free. It was waiting for me in the mail when I got home. very cool. I have not seen this movie in a very long time. Reason being is because the first time I saw this was maybe like 8, 9 years ago, and I was just getting into like movie collecting. I mean, the only movies I liked were like certain titles. I was very picky about what movies I liked, so I watched it. Didn't really care for it all that much, but now that my palette has changed, I'm into a lot of different types of movies. I've wanted to see it, so I picked it up on VHS a few weeks back, and never got around to watching it yet. But now that October's coming up and I got it on DVD, definitely gonna give it a second chance. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this because I think back to the movie when I first watched, and I remember it actually being pretty good. So I don't know why I didn't like it the first time I watched it. And I don't know. Like I said, my palate's changed. I was really picky back then. I'm not so picky now. Now I have a much more open mind when it comes to movies. So definitely looking forward to watching this. I'll be watching it in October. And then the last thing I had waiting for me when I got home was this 4-film favorites, Dracula. Comes with Horror of Dracula, Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, Taste the Blood of Dracula, and Dracula AD 1972. All Hammer Horror Christopher Lee Dracula movies. Awesome. I'm trying to get all the Hammer Horror movies. I'm about halfway there. I still have a good ways to go yet until I get all the Hammer Horror, the classic Hammer Horror films. But 4 more down. I look forward to watching these. I'll definitely be watching these this October. I've only seen, which one have I seen? I've only seen one of these before. I think it was Taste the Blood of Dracula. That's the only one of these I've seen. So definitely looking forward to watching the rest. Got this for 99 cents. This was a little bit under $10 at deep discount, and they sent out a coupon for $10 off your next order. So placed my order. They gave me $10 off. The only thing I had to pay for was 99-cent shipping. So basically paid 99 cents for this. 4 movies, 4 classic Hammer Horror movies for 99 cents. Can't beat that. So definitely cool. So that is it. Huge haul. No recap. Not doing that. Sorry. Way too much stuff. But great week in movies. I found a lot of new thrift stores down at the beach, stores I never knew existed. So basically, I guess it was 2 new thrift stores in Rehoboth. I found that new pawn shop in Millsboro, which isn't too far away from Rehoboth. I'll definitely be stopping in there next time I go down again. And then I found that new store, like I said, the one that used to be a bookstore that now sells like some books and toys and DVDs. So very cool. It was, like I said, great week. We just had fun in general. The wife and I just had fun down at the beach. Just as it is. It was a great time. But the fact that I got all those movies as well, you really can't beat that. I didn't pay much for that at all. Maybe I'd say everything there, maybe $50 probably. It's probably what I paid. So, I mean, $50 for all those titles. And, and some of those were new. I mean, the fact that Scrubs, the two seasons of Scrubs and Bambi, I mean, that was like the most, like the bulk of, it was like maybe $25 right there, $30 right there, something like that. So the rest was really cheap, probably $20 for everything else besides Scrubs and Bambi too. So really great. Like I said, awesome week. Got a ton of great stuff. Very cool. So yeah. But if you think that's good, today I'll give you a little spoiler. Today I actually ran out to Goodwill before the storm hit, because actually I'm home early now because of Hurricane Irene. We left the beach early. We came home last night, Friday night, late last night, because we wanted to beat traffic, and plus there was like a mandatory evacuation anyway. The governor wanted everybody to leave, so we left. So I've been home since last night. So today, before it started raining and storming and stuff, ran out to Goodwill. Yeah, I got a huge haul. You think this haul's big? That's nothing. Wait to see what I got. So I'll be talking about that one. I'll actually talk about that one tomorrow, because I don't think I'll be going out tomorrow, because apparently it's supposed to be pretty crappy out tomorrow, so I'll probably stay home. So I'll talk about that haul tomorrow. I'll do a video on that, so just a little spoiler. So that's it. I know I'm rambling on now, so I'll shut up. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought, what I watch tomorrow. See ya. Not quite done yet. I was so focused on telling you about my awesome haul for the week that I just completely forgot to mention what I watched over the week while I was on vacation. I didn't really watch a lot. Like, usually I try to watch a movie every day. I was on vacation, obviously. I was out doing stuff. The wife and I were out, pretty late, in town, doing shopping, going to, out to eat, doing all the beach stuff. So we weren't home a lot. But when I was home, I I just brought some seasons of a television show with me, and I watched those. I even want to go down to the beach. Even if we're out till midnight, I'll still stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning, just watching stuff. So, like I said, I brought some seasons along with me to kill the time, and I got through 2 of them, and those were season 4 of The Office and season 5 of The Office. I got these last week in a trade. It was awesome. I mean, getting these for basically for nothing. I traded very little to get these, so very cool that I got them. Hilarious. This show is just, it's perfect. I have season 1 through 3 on DVD also. I loved them. They were great. I watched those like back to back in like one weekend a while ago. It's just such a fantastic show. So watching these. Again, it's The Office. It is what it is. It's a fantastic, brilliantly funny show. This is my first time seeing these episodes. I don't watch this on TV. I don't really watch much TV. I just don't watch TV. If there's a show I like, I'll buy it on DVD. I'll buy it on Blu-ray, and I'll watch it that way. So it's my first time watching these. Great. I know a lot of you probably already well aware of what's going on, but for me, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the storylines. I think it's one of the things I like best about the show is it's not just here's the situation for this week and let's all laugh. No, there's storylines. It's very funny. Every week there is sort of a situation, but it follows a story. And I think that's great. So not only are you laughing at the situations, but you're getting wrapped up in the storyline as well. And I think that's great. And season 5 ending with Pam being pregnant, very cool. I do know I've seen. The wife watches this on TV every now and then, so I have caught like bits and pieces of some of the stuff. So I do know, she's pregnant. She has I guess she has the baby, but I haven't seen those. So I definitely look forward to watching season 6 and finding out what happens. So Office season 4 and 5, brilliant. And then the last thing I watched on my vacation, I can't show you because the wife and I rented it for Redbox, and that was No Strings Attached. Mediocre. That's really the best word for it. Even my wife said it was mediocre, and she's a big fan of like romantic comedies and all the romantic comedies that pretty much start and flow and end the same exact way. She loves them, and me, I like a romantic comedy. I have nothing wrong with them. I enjoy a lot of them, but it was very mediocre. I mean, it didn't really feel like anything. It didn't feel like anything special. Just, you're watching it and you're like, okay, you can kind of know what's going to happen. You're like, all right, this is going to happen. And it happens. And you're like, okay, that's going to happen. And it happens. It just didn't feel like there's anything really to set the movie apart from other romantic comedies. It just felt very mediocre, very like, I've seen this before. And would I say it's worth a watch? If you like romantic comedies, sure. Because it was funny. I definitely laughed during it. And it was enjoyable as far as romantic comedy is concerned. But it wasn't anything special. There wasn't anything to, let's say, set it apart. So yeah, if you like romantic comedies, you're probably going to enjoy it, but you're not going to. It's kind of forgettable. You're not going to watch it and be like, 10 years from now, hey, remember No Strings Attached? Oh, that movie was so great. No, you're going to watch it, and in a week you're going to be like, wait, did I see that movie? You're not going to. It's forgettable. So I would say rent it if you're interested in watching it. Rented it for $1 from Redbox. That was worth it. Will I be picking it up? I mean, I did enjoy it. It just wasn't fantastic. So yeah, I'll probably buy it if I come across it for like. Usually $5 is my limit for movies. So I'd say it's worth owning for $5. I would like to have it on Blu-ray rather than DVD. So just because I'd rather have Blu-rays than DVDs. So I might actually just hold off and wait till the day comes that I find it on Blu-ray for $5, because eventually, somewhere down the line, I'll find it for that price. Might be, Black Friday. It could be a year from now. I don't know. I guarantee you someday I'll find it for $5. So I might just hold off since it wasn't anything great. It's nothing I need to own. It's not like I'm like if I come across the DVD for $5, I'm like, well, I gotta get it. No, I can wait. I'm not gonna watch it again anytime soon. So. I might just wait and hold off till I find it for $5 on Blu-ray. So anyway, No Strings Attached. Again, it was mediocre, forgettable. As far as romantic comedies are concerned, like I said, it was funny. It had some decent moments. If you like romantic comedies, I'd say for $1, sure, rent it, check it out. I mean, you're not gonna regret seeing it. I can tell you that much. It's It wasn't a bad movie. I definitely would not call it bad. I just would say, again, mediocre. So yeah, for $1, rent it. If you really want to buy it, I would hold off and wait till you find it for cheap. Don't go out and pay $20, for the movie. That's way too much for that movie. So yeah, No Strings Attached. Meh. Okay, so this time it's really it. That is all I bought and all I watched. So yeah, stay tuned to see what I bought, what I watch tomorrow, which will be that huge haul plus whatever I watch. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought, what I watch tomorrow. See ya.